First off, thank you all so much for the support on the previous two Project Zomboid videos. If you haven't seen them, they are the prequel to this video, so I encourage you to check those out before this one. Thanks to you all over the weekend, I hit 500 subscribers on this channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Starting off day 15, I unloaded some car parts we got in the previous video. My bat was about to break, so I grabbed another one and put it in my backpack, just in case. And then I headed off to the nearby school. I was told in the comments of the previous video that I should loot a little more before the food spoils, and I figured there would be a lot there. On my way there, I heard some zombies. And then found another generator. This one can be used to power the gas station. There was also some fertilizer in the garage, so I picked up the generator and took it home. By this point, it was a little later than I would have liked to go to the school, so I checked a nearby house for some food instead. There wasn't much else inside, so I went to check some cars for gas. A couple zombies ambushed me just as I became tired, so I ran away as I popped a couple vitamins and then turned around to take them out. After coming up empty-handed, I decided to scout out the school, and then I noticed a truck parked in the driveway nearby. Inside the garage housed another generator and a gas can. The truck seemed good enough to drive, but with no key, I headed home, where I ate some beef jerky, finished up farming level 1, and then went to bed. The next day, I immediately made my way to the school while killing any zombie in my way, and then grabbing some food. When I got to the parking lot, I started checking all the vehicles. The first one was in pretty bad shape with no gas, but it did have a key at least. On my way over to the next one, I alerted a whole lot of zombies. After fighting all of them off, I checked the car. Not the greatest. I returned home to deposit the loot and then went right back out. There was a policeman with a bulletproof vest. I'll be taking that. And then I made my way into the school. The front office didn't have much, so I continued onward into some classrooms, which had some pretty good stuff like chocolate, which is non-perishable, and adhesive tape. I found the teacher's lounge, which had a lot of food, and then the nurse's office, which had a lot of medical items. Followed by the library, which I read a bunch of magazines, so I didn't have to take them back. And then just what I was afraid of. The food is starting to go stale. At least it's not rotten, so we'll still be taking it for now. I looked around a little bit more, but started getting tired, so I headed home for now, where I ran into a little more trouble. After all that, it was time for some sleep. While we're here, if you're enjoying the video, consider leaving a like. It's quick to do and really helps out the channel. Anyway, let's get right back to the video. Upon waking up the next day, I noticed that Mother Nature has brought us more rain. The spiked baseball bat was getting low, so I went ahead and grabbed the machete. I looked through my books looking for any I needed to read, which I read up on fishing until the rain stopped. Then I made my way to the school, and on the way, the rain came back. It was fine though, since we were basically already at the school, and I picked up where I left off, killing a few zombies in my way. When my baseball bat broke, so I had to switch to the machete. I found a gun along with a magazine and ammo in a locker. That's kinda scary. I searched a classroom and smoked a cigarette to calm me down. I went to the next room over and some zombies were knocking on the window. So I stupidly smashed the window to let them in. A zombie lunged at me, knocking me down. I had a scratch on my foot. At least it wasn't a bite. I tried to run out of the classroom, but they were right behind me. While trying to open the door, another zombie grabbed me and gave me a laceration. This is not good. I bandaged the laceration, but couldn't get to my foot unless I stopped, so I went outside where I had some space. I tried to circle back to the classroom, but zombies were falling out of the window, so I legged it over to the fence, where a group of zombies were trying to cut me off. I hopped the fence dodging the zombies, and ran away to safety. I led the ones following me into a batch of trees, and then through a house. Hopefully that's enough. I made my way back home where I tended my wounds and took some painkillers. At this point I realized somewhere along the way my boots had broken. This is probably what caused that zombie to grab my foot in the first place. I did some reading until it was time to change the bandage on my arm. I checked to see if I could stitch it up with a needle and thread, but didn't think my first aid skill was high enough. For the rest of the night, I read, cleaned myself off, ate some food, and after all that, it seemed like we were going to be okay. When I woke up, things didn't look so good. I checked my wounds to see if they were infected. One was fully healed, but the laceration wasn't. But with no infection, that was a good sign. After taking some painkillers and smoking a cigarette, I took off a lot of my clothing so my body temperature would go down. It was working. I was still without shoes, so I quickly ran outside to go grab some off a nearby zombie. Then I did some reading until it was time to eat. After doing some more reading, I started to realize my health was going down, and that my sickness had gotten worse. I didn't do much for the rest of the day, but by nighttime I had lost half of my health, and I was really sick and had major discomfort. This was no longer looking good. Hopefully I would survive through the night. In the morning my health was drained and my noodles weren't the best either. I took my duffel bag off because we were now encumbered just from holding it. Knowing this could be my last breakfast, I made some bacon and eggs. By 9 AM, things had gotten pretty bad. My health was now down to 25%. I was encumbered from the littlest things now, and the virus had only gotten worse. I decided to take some sleeping pills to try to sleep through it, but woke up in even worse shape. With my health declining, my last hope was to strip down and hopefully my fever would go away. Unfortunately, at 2 PM, Ray Pate passed away, after 18 days and 203 zombies killed. I guess the moral of this story is to make sure your shoes are in good shape. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, leave a like and subscribe. If you have any tips for me or want me to try anything out, comment down below. I'm back at college now, so if videos slow down a little, that's the reason. Anyway, I've been SS Samurai 7. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.